You literally are just denying reality.
There are still several court cases going on, dude.
Yeah, because of all the people getting arrested due to the January 6th event.
Huh?
Okay, so these,
You still
yes.
haven't given me a reason why you think MAGA would have rioted. Why? Why would
I
we?
don't have to explain to
the
you
right
why
thing.
people do things. Wait. Fine. You know what? I'll just give you that one because that actually supports my argument. I know that we're not going to agree on this. I just think it's funny to show everybody how fucking stupid you are. Because somebody said, listen, I think those two dudes robbed a bank. And then we sit in front of a judge 63 times and they say that you didn't rob the bank. Do you think that we can be prosecuted over and over again for the rest of our fucking lives? I don't give a fuck what people believe. I don't care. I could give a fuck about your feelings.
Is there a fence around Washington?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think it's there?
Because we had a whole ass insurrection.
Yeah, is there something specific that you want to cover today? Because when I originally jumped in on your chat, and what I originally heard you guys talking about that I was kind of wanting to help clear up a little bit is some of the misconceptions about, they were talking about the cabal and things like that. And I just wanted to go back into the history of it a little bit and give some people an idea of what we're dealing with and put some kind of a reality base to it, because when you're just talking about things and you don't really know the history, it's hard to really get your mind around it. And therefore you make a lot of assumptions, and there's so many things out there like that I'm hearing that just really aren't true. They have maybe a little bit of truth in them or something like that, but they don't quite have a grasp on what the real issue is. So I was going to ask you if you could just kind of describe to me kind of what kind of country you want. You know, what you told me a little bit about kind of what you believe in, but I kind of like to know where you're coming from, because you guys know where I'm coming from. I mean, kind of. I haven't really explained myself. You have a lot of misconceptions, but I'd like to know what you think, and so I can kind of get an idea, you know.
Okay. I guess I'm not really sure what you're asking me. I'm socially progressive. I'm a Democrat. I'm a proponent of capitalism. I like capitalism. That shit works pretty good. I think we need stronger social safety nets. You know, there's a lot of things. So I guess the question that I'm wondering is, as far as I understand, you have a problem with Biden. Like, you have an issue with the presidency of Biden, and I'm wondering from your perspective, what are the issues that you're having?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I consider myself on the conservative side, but I do not want to not have a social safety net for people who can't help themselves. If you want to call me a liberal in that respect, I don't have anything against being, you know, having a country that's successful enough, hopefully, to be able to take care of our less fortunate. And I think that it shouldn't just be, you know, handed out just hurdy-gurdy without any kind of effort from the general populace to try to make themselves productive. But some people just, you know, they don't have a good start in life and they have other issues. So I'm understanding of all that too, you know. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not totally a heartless guy out there who's a right-wing white supremacist guy, because I love everybody. I go by Martin Luther King's edict, you know, the content of the character. If we're concentrating on what color somebody is, man, you're focused on the wrong thing. You got to look into the heart, into the soul, and look at the person, because God made us in his image, but we're all a little bit different shade, maybe. Who cares, you know? But it's such a big issue these days with so many things, you know. White supremacists thrown around. I mean, it seems like we got a target on our back for what? I didn't do anything. You know, I love everybody. I mean, there you go. There's one misconception I'd like to shoot down right off the bat.
So you don't think that there's an issue with white supremacy?
Well, I think there are people who are think that whatever race they're in, it could be some black people, some white people, some Asian. There are people who think, oh, we're the best. I mean, whatever, you know. I don't think in those terms. I don't think like, all the white people are my team or anything. It's just, we're all in this together, and we got to find some way to come together. And I think most people want to, and there are those people who are focused on kind of, they think they're doing good by bringing up race all the time, but really, in my mind, what I see is they're just trying to divide people, and they might not subconsciously want to do that, but they do it anyway, just out of what they think they need to do, because they don't have an understanding of the history and the things, but the intricacies and subtext of what's going on. And that's what I see. I don't see an understanding of the history and subtext and some kind of a perspective over the overall thing. They focus on various issues, everything's, give me evidence of that, give me evidence of this. It's really more than that. We have a choice kind of to go down two roads. And I mean, we'd like to have 10 roads to choose from, but right now, and where we're at in history, we have two roads. We can go the globalist route, or we can go the nationalist route. And there's really no in between, so I'd like to know what you think about that.
Okay, well, I mean, if we shy away from a globalist economy, if we start to do implementing protectionist policies, and we're basically going to be ceding all of that ground to China and Russia and all these other large, what's it called, the near peers, we're going to be ceding all of that ground where it comes to foreign policy, is that they're going to be the major influence, and we're going to end up fucking ourselves. So we have to participate in the global economy. There is no shutting ourselves off and saying we need to worry about just ourselves by ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I agree with every word of that. And I think, again, what we're talking about is a slight difference of the definition of globalism, because the globalism what you're talking about, and I agree with, is that the United States, and in a perfect world, would get along with our neighbors and have trade deals between different countries and be peaceful, and not be our neighbors overseer, but our neighbor's brother, to help them, not dictate what they do. And the nationalism I'm talking about is simply, and it has nothing to do with white nationalism or anything like that. I'm talking about simply that our country governs ourselves and goes by our Constitution. Now, as far as getting along with the world, that kind of globalism, yes, I don't disagree with that. But the globalism I'm talking about is a totally different thing. It's more of an ideology. And that's where we're kind of, a lot of people, I think, are, confused on that count, because I agree with what you just said. We've got to trade with other countries. We have to get along with other countries and get along with people. I mean, that's we have to do that. But as far as going the globalist route, what the globalists want to do, this group of specific people in different associations that spread out from a core group of people, and that's, if you want to call it cabal or whatever you want to do, we'll get into that later. But these people want us to be a region of some one world government where we wouldn't really be autonomous. We wouldn't govern ourselves. We wouldn't have the rights that we're used to by our Constitution, because they would be superseded by a world government. And I don't know, like, if you live in a certain part of the country and I live over here on the other side, and I start saying, hey, why don't you do this with your land, and why don't you do all this and stuff? They say, well, we live here. We know what we need to do, to keep our, state or whatever city, running right. And here's somebody from across the country, telling us what to do. That's kind of goes against the idea of what the United States is where it starts with local government. We're talking about individual rights. With globalism, you're talking about collective rights, where you really don't have the individual rights. So those are the things I'm talking about. I'm against globalism in that sense. This one world, kind of tyrannical government that has a social credit system like in China. In China, If you go against the social credit system, you lose your points. If you get below a certain point,
I
you
mean,
lose the store.
I get all of that. You've been
Yeah.
ranting for a very long time, and you
I'm not
haven't.
ranting. I'm explaining. And if you're going to say I'm ranting, come on, dude.
No, you haven't really said anything.
Yes, I
And
have.
okay, so I'm this one world government thing. I'm not sure because we are the most powerful country on the planet right now, and so if more countries fall in line to listen to us and because we can exert soft power and be able to control more assets and build our own wealth. Like, I don't know, this sounds good to me. Like, I like it. I think America is great. I like it. Just would you disagree?
No, no. I mean, like, I don't know if you're getting my distinction. What I'm talking about is I think every country should be its own country and rule themselves within reason, unless they're abusing their people and they're just forcing, somebody to come in and say, wait a minute, I mean, but even so, China, hey, they have concentration camps going right now. You know what I
True.
mean? It's like, why are we letting them come in and get control over our government, our agencies and stuff? They have a terrible track record with human rights. And yet the people on the left, that is their thing. They're allowing this to infiltrate our government.
No.
That's the truth. Yes, they are.
Okay.
Those Dominion machines,
What
those.
you said that China is controlling our government?
Well, they sure have paid a lot to Biden's family, billions.
So
So what? I mean, that's influence. Hey,
okay, but we have
I'm
influence.
going to take some
We
action
have back and
against
forth.
China.
Hang on, hold
China
on,
says,
hold
wait
on,
a
hold
minute,
on. We got to take this one
paid
thing.
for
Wait.
Okay.
We have to take this
Okay.
one thing at a time because
Okay.
I'm not interested in trying to dismantle the entirety of the conspiracy theory on top of
Hey, wait a
as a
minute.
whole.
Let's,
We have
let's,
to
let's,
take things
let's,
one thing at a time. Okay.
okay, let's
So
stop you one time. 1 second here. I want to stop you 1 second. Conspiracy theory. People throw that word around. That
I wonder
word is
why.
designed to scare people off from checking crap out. That's why people use it. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Bullshit. Half the stuff is true. I'll tell you what conspiracy theories are. The DC insurrection, the election was fair. Those are conspiracy theories.
Okay, great. What I'm trying to say is that I would really like to know, where is it that you heard that China is controlling? You said the Bidens. China's controlling the Bidens.
There's a such thing called the Hunter Biden laptop, and on that thing were contracts with Chinese military, all kinds of stuff. I mean, all these payouts. What did Hunter Biden
Okay,
do
wait,
to
hold
get a
on, hold on, hold on.
$3.5 billion contract?
Okay, where did you get this information from?
The Hunter Biden laptops came out to the public.
Okay, I know. So you've seen
you
Hunter
look at it?
Biden's laptop.
Yes, I've seen some of the contents on it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Okay, so you have personally seen the contents
Yes.
of Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
where did you find this?
The what's the name of that website? G News is a website run by a billionaire who used to be a top Chinese official. Now he's in the counter revolution in China. He's part of that, and he owns a huge network called G News. And G News published all those videos, it published all the documents that they had access to. Some of them they couldn't put out because they were too, either sensitive and a intelligence standpoint or a sexual standpoint, because some of the stuff was pretty rough.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
they're holding back because
No, they're not. You could have seen it.
okay, so I'm confused here. So Hunter Biden, if as far as here's the story, Hunter Biden has a laptop and he's got all this nefarious stuff on this laptop and he needs it repaired. So he takes it to a repair person who is like 1,000 miles away to a city that he doesn't live in, and he gives it to this repair person, and then he just abandons it and just leaves all this incriminating evidence with this repair person. And then the repair person, instead of refurbishing it or like reselling it or whatever, he decides to go through it. And then he finds all of this criminal stuff, and instead of, I don't know, turning it over to the authorities or like the FBI or anyone at all, he turns it over to Rudy Giuliani. You don't hear this story and think it sounds like bullshit?
You know,
That doesn't
because
sound stupid.
FBI, no, the FBI sits on everything. The FBI is corrupt. Let's face it. The FBI is basically a criminal organization at this point. So no, I wouldn't trust them with anything. Nothing. Zero. But
But you trust
what
Rudy
Giuliani
Giuliani.
did, but Giuliani gave it to 20 different reporters at least. He spread it out to all these different news reporters. I saw a show that had 4 different reporters from 4 different news sources give a press conference. One guy said that some of the stuff on that computer that he saw, he said that, you know, his quote was these, I don't even want to go into it because it's so horrible. But I mean, he said on a scale of 1 to 10 how bad it was, he said it was a 20. So you can't fake the contents of a laptop. You just can't do it.
Well,
How could you?
you
Stanley
totally
Kubrick
can.
couldn't do that. Dude.
You
No,
absolutely,
can't.
yes, you
Stanley
can.
Kubrick could not. No, you can't.
You can
make it real.
absolutely, yes. The whole story of how the laptop came to be, or it came into public hands, it just doesn't make any sense. And then go ahead.
But then they publish it. So I mean, how you can't fake these documents. And his business partner, Bob, whatever his name was, Bobolinsky, he said, yeah, that stuff's real, and he gave all his cell phone data of their transactions. He said, yeah, they were getting. He said, I got out of it because they were in bed with, you know, Chinese communist companies, you know, and those Chinese communist companies, they could come in here and cause a lot of damage. And they have, look at Swalwell. He was dating a freaking Chinese spy. What happened to that? Nothing. They slapped him on the wrist. But so.
Wait, so wait, we're moving off.
No. Okay, I did go off track a little bit, but I'm saying that laptop is real, and G News published it. What they could.
It's not real. The Hunter Biden laptop is not real.
It is real, Chris. It is real.
Where I would, okay.
I've seen, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos of it. Let me tell you one thing.
I don't.
Hunter Biden really likes to take a lot of pictures of his junk. He's proud of his junk. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
Half the time it's him smoking crack and taking pictures of his junk.
Okay, I don't care about any of that.
So it's him.
Wait. Okay, I don't care about any of that. That doesn't bother me at all. Like, he can do whatever he wants with his junk, and he can smoke crack all he wants.
12-year-olds?
But okay, we're getting into some serious weird memes here. Okay, like
no, we're not getting serious weird memes. This is the truth. This is what they kept from the people.
I would really like to know where you found this information.
G News.
You said G News.
Look it up. G News. Look it up.
I have to. Okay, I need you to synthesize this information for me. All right, so I'm okay. gnews.org, right?
Whatever it comes to. I don't know if it's .com or .org or what.
Okay, Jesus Christ, this website is AIDS. there's ads freaking everywhere, and
yeah, well, I mean, they're the ones that published a lot of Hunter Biden's laptop. They are the adversaries to the Chinese Communist government, and they have these guys. The guy who established this website goes on every once in a while and gives and he says he got the servers of their intelligence agencies, and he said that there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of blackmail videos that were on this server of politicians, including the entire world, over the entire world, all these politicians.
Okay, so do you just take him at his word? You just believe these things?
No, because it's not something that is too far-fetched. I mean, when these people get in these high positions of power, Chris, how do you think what do you think happens? Who gets into these positions?
Elected officials.
Yeah, how do you get in the position where they give you the money to be elected?
They fundraise.
Yeah, and then what do they ask of you in return?
What do you mean? They ask for you to represent your constituents.
You don't think blackmail happens?
Okay. You have to demonstrate to me.
Do you think blackmail happens?
Wait, what is the point of the blackmail? What would they do?
Control. When it's going down, when you
why? Wait. Control. You said control.
Do what they have to do, like January 6th.
Okay, you said control. Hold on. You said control. Yeah. What is it that they're trying to control?
They're trying to control a person's decisions. When big decisions come up, they want them to vote or to go their way.
Okay.
It's no
so
more complicated than that.
Okay, so what policy has been pushed by a politician who has been blackmailed that was not popular? Please explain to me that one.
Well, on the Wiener laptop, there was a file called insurance.
Okay, I don't care about, wait. I don't care about laptops. What I'm asking a very pointed question. What policy has been implemented that was unpopular?
The vote on January 6th.
Okay, you were wrong on that one.
Okay.
Literally, no, it is an observable fact that the majority of people voted for Joe Biden.
No way. No way. Trump won in a landslide, dude.
Okay. I would, you have to demonstrate these things to me. You can't just say that these things happen.
You have to go beyond your little comfort zone and look some shit up.
Okay, I need you to.
I saw you read for 4 hours the Georgia election status. Why don't you put a little effort and go find the Antrim County forensic report on their Dominion?
Yeah, I read. Yep, I did that. As you can see, I'm willing to do my own research. I'm very willing to do that.
What did you think about it?
You're pivoting now. We are not talking about that. You said that it was unpopular for Joe Biden to be inaugurated, right? You said that was unpopular?
Listen, in all these swing states, listen to me, let me finish in all these swing states, they stopped the vote about 10 at night on election night, kicked everybody out, and then came back in the middle of the night and added hundreds of thousands of votes, all for Biden, none for Trump. The spike on the thing goes straight up, and Trump goes side. Those machines, let's put it this way, there was cheating every single possible way you could think of, and then some I probably don't even know. But that election was a cluster F.
Okay.
It was a complete cluster F. Look at in Georgia where they pulled out the cases in the middle of the night and caught them on video. What were they doing there?
Okay, so the digital thing, right? For them to upload the votes that were to update the votes as they're counting them. They're not like whenever you were watching polling data coming in during the election, you weren't literally watching one vote at a time. It would update like every hour. And so then they would count so many votes and then they would upload, right? That's how that would work. Okay? The whole suitcase thing, I don't know the details about that, but I know that it's bullshit, okay? Because it's just it doesn't make any sense. Hold on. It doesn't make hold on. It doesn't okay. You don't know what was in that suitcase. All you saw was a suitcase on video. You don't know what was in that suitcase. You don't know.
Took them over and put them in the voting machines.
Please tell me where you saw this. Please tell me where you saw that. Where did you see that?
Seen the closed-circuit video of the Georgia thing. You haven't seen that with Ruby?
No, I've seen it. We've gone all through it. Here, hang on. Listen. Why is it that what's her name? What's the Trump's lawyer name? Why is it that Trump lawyer is now saying that anyone who believed this is not a reasonable person? Why is
she got bought? Sorry, she's wrong.
Okay, so you realize? Do you realize the fallacious thinking here?
Are you talking about Jenna Ellis?
No, not Janet Ellis. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's a Trump lawyer and she's being sued by Dominion because she made a lot of claims. Go ahead.
Oh, she's going to win those lawsuits, man. Let Dominion sue them.
Okay.
Dominion.
Wait. So she's going to win.
Started in Venezuela. Hugo Chavez. That's how he stole the election there.
Hold on, dude. You are not listening. What she said. Listening. Okay. No, you saying that Sidney Powell's going to win those lawsuits, right? Okay, if she's going to win the lawsuits, her whole entire defense is that no reasonable person would believe her claims. So you're saying
I just heard her talk the other day. That's not what she said.
That is literally their whole defense.
No way.
What do you mean?
Okay, we're kind of off in kind of a sidetrack, man.
No, we're not on a sidetrack. This is literally the thing. No, this is the crux of it. You literally are just denying reality. This is literally the definition of confirmation bias.
What point we're trying to make here anyway?
What?
What point are we trying to make here anyway?
That this whole idea that the election was stolen is complete horseshit. It's totally a lie. What you're saying is, okay, I have evidence that can back up my claims. I can walk you through using empirical, observable reality to get you to this point.
So swing states, stop voting at 10, come back in the middle of the night, interject hundreds of thousands of votes, none for Trump, and nothing's going on there. Give me a break. What you just said is total fucking bullshit. Excuse, I'm gonna.
It's cool to it's cool to swear. I don't care.
It triggered me a little bit.
Okay, listen, there is no evidence of voter fraud.
What are they doing? They stopped the vote count and then come back in the middle of the night when
wait.
votes. What were they doing?
All you're doing is asking questions. You are not making any statements. You are just saying, well, what were they doing here? What is this show?
There's thousands of eyewitness testimony of voter fraud. There's thousands of cases, destroying ballots, importing fake ballots, changing ballots. Those machines switch ballots. They switch votes. They can be interseated. They can go in and tool and monkey with the votes. They can do all kinds of crap. They were bringing in stacks of illegal ballots.
That's crazy.
They had video of vans bringing fake ballots.
That's like the craziest shit. I wonder if
You're the craziest.
Hold on. I wonder if they it's wild that they would do all that, and then Trump's own appointed lawyers would dismiss all of their cases out of hand, except for like maybe one out of like 70. Like, it's weird that Trump's own lawyers.
All the lawyers are still no way.
Trump's own lawyers, Trump's own appointed judges.
Going right now, dude.
No, the election is over. They lost all of their lawsuits.
It's not over. The military knows who won.
They lost.
The military has every bit of information. They have every contact of every server, every vote switch. They know every single thing that happened in that. They monitored the election with a quantum computer system. So don't tell me they don't. That's why the military is backing Trump.
Okay. Please tell me what happened?
The military is backing Trump. They monitored the election. They know who won.
Okay, so are we moving off the election thing? You're just gonna
No, because Trump won the election. The military knows it. That's why there's a fence up around fucking D.C. and why Biden is being recognized by the Congress and by the courts, but not by the military.
Okay, wait. Are you in the military?
No.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. I don't care about the military. Like, listen, here's the thing. Hear about the military. Listen. What happened? Wait. What happened in Syria? What happened in Syria in January?
If anything's happening, it's because Trump is directing it.
Okay, so all the people who are taking shits on Biden for bombing the Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria, talking about how he's a warthog, and then Trump wanted to get us out, and because Trump wanted to end the forever wars, but Biden bombing this Syrian thing, they're all liars.
What do you think they're bombing?
He's bombing Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria. Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria. That's who he bombed. He caught 10 tons of shit for that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What? Oh, so you know for sure. You got intel. They're not just.
Yeah, well, yes.
We're off on it. Let's go. I think Trump.
No. I'm not going to let you pivot away from this. You're either going to. Hold on.
I don't think anything's wrong with going in the middle of the night and interjecting hundreds of thousands of votes in certain specific swing states.
It didn't happen.
You don't think anything's wrong with that? Let's move on.
No.
You don't think anything's wrong with that? Interjecting hundreds of thousands of fake votes in the middle of the night. Let's move on.
You're okay. None of that happened. The reason why the reason why I know that didn't happen is because we went through how many. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. How many lawsuits? How many Trump lawsuits.
Technicalities, a few of them, but there's still lawsuits going. There's a count in Maricopa County where Antifa is trying to stop them from doing the physical count right now.
The election, hold on, the election is over.
There and trying to do a ballot count. Why?
The election is over.
It is not over.
It
is
dude,
not over. The military has not recognized Biden yet.
We are in April.
We have two
and Biden,
we have two presidents. One recognized by the court and Congress, the other recognized by the military.
The military is following Biden's direction. He bombed Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria.
If they did, they said that happened, and maybe it was somebody else.
Okay, so
Trump is in control of the military, dude.
Okay, so
why haven't they fired Chris Warren? You said they did. They haven't fired Chris Warren.
Yeah, maybe Chris Warren is gone.
But is he still there? He's still there.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's still there.
Okay, hang on.
He is still there. Why haven't they rounded Trump up and his family? If he wasn't in control, that would have happened already.
I honestly do not have to, or don't understand how I'm supposed to engage whenever you're literally just denying reality.
I'm not denying reality. You are.
What are you talking about? Listen.
Hey, you read the Antrim County report. What did that say?
Listen.
What did it say? What did the Antrim County
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm not.
You read it. You said you read it.
Okay, listen.
What did it
say? What is it? What happened? Did Syria, did the military bomb Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria or not?
It possibly could, but who do you know who it really was?
What do you mean? There are watchdog groups all over the world. Biden caught 10 tons of criticism for this action. Do you think that they're just saying that Biden did a bad thing just for shits and giggles?
Why not? It's just, hey Chris, let me tell you one thing, the reality of it. Right now, military special ops is in control of the military. They answer to Trump. They have run a sting on the election, and they are waiting for the civilian courts and the different
You're waiting for the storm.
Finished because they're a captured operation. When they prove that they can't do the right thing, the military will intercede.
Okay.
That's what the whole Q thing was about. And I was talking a little bit about the history of what the U.S. incorporated and what the United States of America, the Act of 1871. Did you get it? Did you? Okay. Hey, I also asked you to read that executive order on election interference and the executive order on military tribunals. Did you check that out?
No, I was not listening this whole time, to be honest. Listen,
why would Trump write an executive order on foreign interference in elections?
Why would Trump?
Was he doing it for fun?
Why would Trump write an executive order?
Yeah, because there was foreign interference in this election, massive foreign interference, and that's why the military is involved. It's an attack.
Wait, hold on.
Cyber attack. Cyber attack.
I'm totally lost. We are totally off on some other shit.
I know you are totally lost.
Okay, you are just saying words, and none of these things have anything to do with each other. Like you were just okay. So, we've gone over. I think you said Trump actually won.
A lot.
Trump actually won the election,
and you have 20 people in a fucking parking lot to his rallies, dude.
Because I'm pretty sure he didn't want to draw large crowds, and he had been saying for the entire year that we should not be drawing large crowds. Oh my God!
Not popular, dude. Nobody voted for him. There were millions and millions of fake ballots. We're going to have to accept that here coming up pretty soon.
Okay, so there were millions and millions of fake ballots.
Yes.
So how many of the ballots were real?
Well, they have forensic ways to tell, and that's what they're doing in Maricopa County right now, and that's why Antifa is trying to freaking get in there and riot and stop them from counting the votes. They're trying to burn them. They're trying to do anything except for let somebody who is impartial look at those ballots. And that's going on right now, dude. So tell me the election's over.
The election...
It's not over.
The election is over. It's
It is
April,
not over.
bro.
It's
The
not
election
over.
happened 6
Doesn't
months
matter
ago.
if it, just because you rob the bank and get around the corner doesn't mean
Okay.
that you get to get away with it.
Okay, they lost literally, I don't know about literally every single lawsuit, but he lost 63
No,
lawsuits.
Still going on. Technicalities. And people afraid to get attacked and their house burned down if they make a judgment against the Antifa and everything, come and burn your freaking house down.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me that's not the truth.
Okay, so hold on. I'm so...
What kind of judge wants to stick their neck out and take a chance of getting attacked?
Okay, so you're telling me that all the judges didn't back Trump because they were worried about Antifa. But
I guarantee you that came into play.
Okay, so Trump is both in control of the military right now,
Yes.
but also his allies are scared of Antifa despite them
Did I say
being
his
in control
allies?
of the U.S. military.
Did I say his allies?
Okay, they were Trump's appointed judges. Trump appointed these people. These are his Supreme Court picks. For so I have no idea how else you can interpret that other than
There are still several court cases going on, dude.
yeah, because of all the people getting arrested due to the January 6th event.
No. What did they do at the January 6th event? Kind of define that for me.
I don't know.
You
Go
said,
ahead and
they
tell
got
me.
in there. What
Tell
else
me
did
what
they
happened
fucking
on.
do?
Tell me what
What did
happened
they
on
do?
January 6th. I want
What
you
did
to
they
tell
do?
me.
I'd say that some people infiltrated the Trump supporters, got in there, caused some trouble, which gave Congress an excuse to push through a phony vote.
Okay, so then the so
Did you watch that video that we popped up yesterday? Man, you've
yes,
been watching that.
I watched it at
times
times 2. I watched it at times 2 speed. It was 30 minutes of.
Somebody got shot. You know what I mean? What a fake job. Jeez, Amoni. There's people in the parking lot changing into MAGA gear that they got on video. They got video of trucks pulling in, escorted by cops, escorting them up to the front. You know what I mean? It was an inside job. It was an inside job, an obvious inside job. There's not even any question of it. You think those furry hat guys were MAGA? Give me a break. Oh, okay. Yeah, Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska. Because of him, we want to go to globalism and give our rights away. Because of Baked Alaska. Give me a break.
Okay, you clearly don't know what globalism is, but we're just going to back off of it.
Yes, I do. We had that discussion.
I know, and you didn't know what it was. So,
I don't know what it is.
yeah, all right.
I don't know what it is.
So, okay, so the Baked Alaska person was a Trump supporter and had been a Trump supporter for a long time, right? Since before the election. Before the election. Ah! I'm going to mute you, dude. Listen, Baked Alaska was a Trump supporter, a prominent YouTube figure. He used to live stream talking about masks and all this other shit. And he was a provocateur on YouTube and a Trump supporter the whole time. You telling me that he pretended to be a Trump supporter for years and years in anticipation of pretending to go and riot on the Capitol? Are you telling me that?
He was not a true MAGA because in that day,
okay,
the MAGA
no true Scotsman.
They were trying to influence Congress to do the right thing, man. We weren't trying to go in there and riot. We wanted them to do the right thing. Why would we riot? There's no reason for it. It just logically doesn't make sense. There was no talk of riots. There was nobody pissed off. When they started marching toward the Capitol, I don't think Trump had even started his speech yet. These guys in the line, they were smiling. They knew, oh, we're faking everybody out. No, you're not. You're obviously a fake job. MAGA isn't saying that shit. We're not marching up there. We're not ready to storm in there. These are people that they set up, actors, interlopers, yes. And if Baked Alaska got in there and did something wrong, throw his ass in jail. I don't care. He did the wrong thing. But one guy doesn't mean that we switch and we say, oh, we want to go this globalist route and give all our rights away.
Okay,
Because
listen,
that's
you're not,
what
these things are not connected
wants to
together.
do.
You
Yes,
were
they
making,
are.
no, listen, you were saying that the events on January 6th means that we're going to have globalism and we're to give up our rights. Like that, those two things are not connected in any way. Listen,
Once you steal an
on
election,
January
there's no way to
6th,
get
it's
that back.
no one, literally no one, not a single person in any influential, powerful position at all, no elected official, not even the rhinos or even the Republicans that you would consider to be Republicans or whatever, no one, not a single person denies that the siege or insurrection or just riot or event on January 6th didn't happen. Literally no one. You realize this.
Bull.
No one.
Oh,
Not a
bull.
single person.
Bull.
The only people that are saying this are 300 subscriber YouTube channels that don't know shit about anything. That they want to sit here and watch footage for 30 minutes and go, look, this gray shirt is a lieutenant. All you're doing is saying that it's wrong, but you don't have any evidence to back up these claims.
I don't think those people, like I said, I watched the video of that Ashley Babbitt shooting, and now they've dismissed all the charges and there's not going to be a court case. I think that was a fake job. I watched that thing from like a dozen cameras from several different angles, somebody going through it, frame by frame, labeling every single person in there, what they did the whole time. And I'll guarantee you they were actors, and the cops were in on it, and they let them in there.
Okay, no one, not a single person can substantiate any of those claims.
Oh, bull crap.
Can you substantiate any of these claims?
Yes, they can.
Do you think out of the thousands of people that were involved with that event, all of those thousands of people, no one would have said anything?
They did say something. They were outside pointing out the Antifa while they were trying to get in, and the cops just stared at them. The cops were in on it, dude.
Okay, so I'm super confused as to why all of these Trump supporters are saying, we are Trump supporters, we did this thing, and then you're like, no, they're not real Trump supporters. Like, what sense does this make, dude?
Which one was saying that guy, the furry hatted guys?
I don't know. You keep talking about the furry hat people. I have no idea who you're talking about.
The guy with the horn, his little rock band that he had with him.
Okay. Oh, you're like the QAnon shaman or whatever?
Huh?
Okay, so these,
You still haven't given me a reason why you think MAGA would have rioted. Why? Why would
I don't have to explain to you why people do things. It happened. I don't have to sit here and wait. I don't have to sit here and explain to you why things happen or why people do the things that they do. Like, if somebody rapes and kills someone, I don't go, no, that actually didn't happen. Give me a reason why someone would rape and kill somebody else. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that line of logic doesn't follow. You need to
have video of these people changing outside.
Oh, you have video of people changing clothes.
I saw a video of them changing outside into MAGA gear. I saw a video of them pulling in several trucks and being let in there by the cops. Don't laugh, man.
Okay, so when
people have video of all that thing, you can't hide it.
Okay, so I understand that you don't know anything about like military tactics or like police or anything like that, but if you're holding a position and you start to get overrun by thousands and thousands of people, what do? Maybe you fall back. You just cede some ground, because as far as I understand, they only held the building in order to evacuate everyone, and then they just let them have it. So, like, I don't know if the cops were in on it. I know that they were. I don't know that whole story.
It was a staged operation.
What purpose?
Staged operation. So therefore, it can't be they broke in.
Okay, for what purpose?
They let the interlopers in, and unfortunately, maybe some MAGA people got mixed in with them.
Okay, but why?
Did they riot? Did they hurt anybody?
Yes, people got killed. Yes, people were killed.
What? No, I don't think there were.
Okay, so Ashley Babbitt didn't die.
Oh, he got killed. I think he died the next day of something else.
Okay, so Ashley Babbitt did not get shot.
I don't think she did.
Okay, so you are literally just denying what is factually true at this point.
Why aren't they pressing charges against anybody?
I don't know if they should. I think that I personally think the
Because
cops
it
might have been
didn't happen.
justified.
Because it didn't happen. It was a fake job. She had fake
Okay.
blood, a backpack break in her fall. That's why
Okay.
she wore that backpack. She fell down. They were all ready for it. Then they had all these guys come up and give her fake medical treatment. They wheeled her
Literally.
out. The guy had his hand
Hold
on
on.
her tit all the way out while he was wheeling her
Even
out. It was a
even
fake job, dude. They weren't medical personnel that were working on her or wheeled her out. They were actors.
literally
They
no
were
one.
actors.
Dude, this, like I said, you are literally just denying facts.
I am. No, I'm denying.
You are
your
denying
story.
facts. Thank you for admitting that. I
I'm
appreciate
denying
it.
the fake job that they put on. I think
No,
it was
okay.
a big fake job. And it was obvious because once it happened, it was almost like Congress knew what they were going to do. So they, now we got to change our mind. Everything's happened. All these guys are coming in here. We got to push through the fake vote. They used that as an excuse to push through the fake vote.
Okay, as an excuse to push through the fake vote?
Yes.
They were
Yes.
they were going to push through the fake vote.
That's what they did.
Okay, hold on. They were going to push it was the day they were going to certify the votes.
Certify the fake vote.
They certified the votes. I'm sorry, dude.
Vote that they went in
have
the middle of the night,
all
hundreds of thousands of
listen.
fake ballots.
Wait. Listen, I'm going to mute you.
Everybody
Okay,
out.
I'm sorry. Listen. There is no possible way that this. Okay, Mike Pence. Are you saying Mike Pence just turned on Trump?
It appears so.
So is there anything at all that could possibly be said in order to change your mind?
No, because I know the truth.
Okay, cool. So there is
And the military knows the truth.
Okay.
The military knows the truth, dude.
Okay, so the only way that you can maintain this belief that Trump still controls the military is if you deny the factual event of Biden bombing non-state actors in Syria. Then the only way for you to believe that the January 6th event was a staged thing by Antifa or whatever, it was just a stage thing, is if you deny that Ashley Babbitt was killed and that cop was killed and those other people were killed. You have to just deny. You have to deny that these things even happen.
I think it was fake.
Okay, cool. So you have to just deny reality in order to maintain your worldview.
It's not denying reality. It's having a little bit of a questioning. You guys just like, go along because everybody pressures you to go along. I don't think it happened. Sorry.
Okay.
And you're not.
No one is pressuring me. Listen, no one is pressuring me to go along with it. All right. Trust me. I am not shy from hot takes. I'm perfectly fine with making hot takes that people will disagree with me on. I don't have any problem with that. So you don't know who you're talking to, first of all, and second, you are literally no one, not a single person, agrees that these things didn't happen. These things happened. Like, no. and to say that they didn't is to deny reality.
That's wrong. Most people voted for Trump, dude.
No, they did
not. The majority
not.
of the country voted for Trump. You're the one working on the misconception. Just because the bank robber gets around the corner with the loot doesn't mean they get to keep the money. Hold on,
can we? Okay. We're clearly not going to get anywhere with this because you are just factually incorrect. And you have to maintain these factually incorrect positions in order to maintain your position. Like literally, whenever you're confronted with facts, then you have to just.
What fact have you confronted me with?
What?
What fact have you confronted me with?
Ashley Babbitt's death. The literal certification of the votes that showed that Biden was the victor in the 2020 election. That these are all facts. These are things that are not disputed. The Syrian, the bombing of Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria, the Baked Alaska live stream, or the Baked Alaska live stream on January 6th. These things happened. The only way for you to maintain your worldview is to deny factual reality.
You don't think there's a chance Antifa and BLM got in there? Come on, man. Let's be honest.
I don't.
Okay. it?
Wait,
You think they
listen,
were in on it,
listen.
do you?
Literally everything is
Do you?
possible. Okay,
What about John Sullivan? What about
it's
John
possible that
Sullivan?
it's possible that
BLM leader got paid
okay,
$60,000, $60,000 to go in there and raise hell.
okay,
BLM leader John Sullivan. He
okay.
was
So
in there.
John, wait,
What
hold
about
on.
him?
Well,
Man?
listen,
What about
John
him?
Sullivan was not a leader of Antifa or
Oh,
BLM.
come on, he got paid $60,000.
No, nope, didn't happen. Listen, he
Yes,
got.
he did.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
you don't
You know
like
what?
that.
Wait.
Like
Fine,
that.
fine. You know what? I'll just give you that one because that actually supports my argument that John Sullivan was a fucking plant. That he was put there. That he was he. Okay, so like BLM Utah existed without a single arrest of a single member of anything, and they had been organizing for like 7 fucking years. Then John Sullivan comes along and starts to tarnish their reputation. And so you're supporting my argument that John Sullivan is a BLM plant in order to make BLM look bad.
How hard is it to put on a red hat?
Okay,
How hard is it to put on a
stop.
red hat and
You were
flag?
pivoting again.
Come on,
We're
dude.
talking about John
How hard is
Sullivan.
it to put on a red
Wait.
hat and carry a flag?
Don't run away from that. You can't run away
not
from
running
that. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
John Sullivan. John Sullivan was a plant. Do you
He
agree?
organized a group of people to go in there and fake like they were MAGA supporters rioting.
And he got paid what?
$60,000.
Okay, so you're supporting my argument that John Sullivan was a plant. That he was made to look like he is doing everything he can to make BLM look bad. And he was rejected and thoroughly condemned and denounced by BLM Utah over and over again because he was constantly starting shit trying to make them look bad. So please keep on.
No,
like,
they're just bad actors, and there's a thing called video, and he got found out.
okay.
He was trying to be sly about it, sure.
Okay. So
Now, the insurrection is BS. Let's move on.
so you don't know anything about all of that,
No, I
sweet.
do know about it.
Okay,
I watched tons of live video of it, and even from if you have any kind of objectivity, you have to admit most of those people in front of the line trying to get in the Capitol were fake. They were actors.
Do you know what objectivity
they were
means?
agent provocateurs.
Do you know what objectivity means?
They've got a list of. They've got them photo ID'd.
Okay.
A lot of those people, man.
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
And
What
that's
is
why
it?
you don't know what's going on.
Okay, wait.
Military
What is?
Trump.
Listen. What does objectivity mean? You said if
means
I
you
had
have
some
to know what you're
objectivity,
looking
if you said if I had some objectivity, then I would.
Yeah.
So what does objectivity mean? Please explain.
It means that, hey, maybe something's wrong if somebody shuts down voting at 10 o'clock and then goes in the middle of the night. And Biden
Nope.
gets hundreds
That's not what
of thousands
objectivity
of votes.
means.
Maybe something's wrong with that.
Nope.
Maybe I could be objective and think, oh, maybe that's not right. Maybe they cheated. No, that's perfectly
That
good.
is not.
Go in there and give Biden 300,000 votes and Trump 2,000. Come on, give me a break.
That is not what objectivity means. Objectivity means to. No, it doesn't. So you just don't even know what words mean. Like, dude. Okay, objectivity is when your judgment is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions, and you are just you are using observable reality in order to come to a conclusion. And so
reality is evidence.
You don't have any evidence. You have some
do.
things. Stop. You have some things that you've seen that you don't know the context of that makes you feel a certain way. I could give a fuck about your feelings, dude.
So do you.
No, I have observable
Yes, you do.
reality
You're
on my
doing it
side.
all the time.
Ashley Babbitt was killed. That police officer on January 6th was killed. All of these things actually happened. Biden bombed Iranian-backed Iranian-backed non-state actors in Syria, and he was slammed for it. Like, you have to deny these things in order to fit your worldview. Like, and I understand that you're never.
It's not my worldview, man. If I was wrong,
Okay.
if
Okay,
Biden was
dude.
a true
Nice
elected president, I would hate it, but I'd accept it. If he was a truly elected president, I would hate it, and I would accept it, though.
Okay.
That's not the case. That's not the case.
All right, we have I think thoroughly, we have We have thoroughly shown that you don't live in the same reality as the rest of the world. That you are
Well, we've
seeing
clearly
a different.
shown that you're just saying some shit now. That's
Okay,
bullshit.
yeah, we recognize now that you are seeing a
No,
different
we
set of.
recognize now that you're just talking over, trying to smear me. No, I'm right. That it was obvious.
Okay,
Anybody take a look at those videos from the
okay,
Capitol thing? The MAGA people were telling the cops, they're Antifa, they're BLM. Why don't you do something about it? The cops just looked at them. The cops were in on it. The guy was breaking a window there, and the cop was watching. The cops were dirty. The Congress was in on it. They staged it to fake the event to push through the dirty vote. And that's not just my worldview. Anybody with any objectivity knows that.
we have already established that you don't know what objectivity means, so that's interesting. So is there
And
any?
we've already established that you just said that, but you don't know what you mean.
Okay, I mean, I literally explained it to you, but you know,
Well,
like I
I'm
said,
glad you're the expert.
anything that disagrees with you, I understand. Anything that disagrees with you isn't real. I got you.
We're kind of alike. We're kind of alike because you're saying that's not the truth. I accept reality. You're the one that doesn't.
Okay.
Tell me what's right about shutting down vote at 10 o'clock at night and then come back in the middle of the morning and stuffing the ballot box.
I have no idea. I have no idea about the individual circumstances of every single county that was voting or whatever. Okay, so because because the voting, the way that we vote, the entire the what's it called? The way that we vote in this country is not some unified thing. There is no unifying federal law that controls voting. That is all up to individual counties and individual whatever's. The way people vote is not some unified procedure, right?
No, you can keep on adding votes until your guy wins, I guess.
Okay, no.
How long? Maybe
so
let's
there
keep
is
it
no.
going 6 months until we get enough votes saved up to let our guy win.
Okay. If this was true, why? Please explain to me how Trump lost almost. I want to say he might have won one lawsuit. I don't even know.
There's still lawsuits going on, dude. I don't know where you're getting your information. There's dozens of lawsuits still active, and there's
about the election.
Maricopa, yes, and
Okay.
Maricopa County is having their forensic ballot study.
Okay.
Antifa trying to get in there and stop them. Why would Antifa want to get in there and stop them from counting the real ballots?
Okay, so
Why?
whenever we're talking about vote tabulation, there is no unified method in order to do this type of thing. So there is no possible. Okay, you're not listening. So there's no way that they could be sure. Okay, I am trying to explain.
We're not going to agree.
I know that we're not going to agree on this. I just think it's funny to show everybody how fucking stupid you are. So whenever we're talking about the Trump 2020 election lawsuits, there was like 60. How many lawsuits did he file? Do you even know?
You know how many are going now? You know how many are going now?
I know that there's the one with Sidney
you're
Powell.
talking out your ass, dude. You don't know how many are going on right now. You don't really know. You're posing.
Okay,
You're
cool.
posing on
So what you're telling me?
You don't know. You're saying, oh, there was 60 some odd. Bullshit. There's
Yes,
still lawsuits
the
going on
post.
right now.
Okay, so the post-election lawsuits in 2020, there was like 60 something of them. I don't know exactly how many. I'm pretty sure there was like.
There is. There not was. There is. Present tense.
Okay, so if you're including people like Sidney Powell getting absolutely wrecked right now because of all the bullshit that they said.
Don't bring up Sidney Powell. There's lawsuits going on right now. There's forensic ballot counts going on. There's going to be more and more of them. The military special ops ran a sting. They know what happened on the election. They know there was foreign interference. Read the executive order on election interference. That's what's going on right now. They have the power to take over until they know for sure what went on with the election. They're waiting until the public get through with all the court cases and all that shit before they come in and say, hey, we got all this shit. Let's do the right thing and put Trump in because Biden isn't the real president.
Okay, so
at least he didn't win the vote. At least he didn't win the vote. Maybe they put him in there as some kind of a fake event, but I don't know. That's
okay.
What
So I would really like to know if it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how does this make sense? We don't have a unified way of what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? We don't have a way. We don't have the way, like a unified way of counting votes in the United States. So even if there was fraud, there is no possible way that they would have had fraud on the level of being able to sway a federal election. This has never, not once, never in the entire history of the United States ever been demonstrated. Never, not once.
No, they just caught it this time.
Okay. So you're telling me that whatever doesn't conform to your narrative isn't true.
That's not what I said.
So when Sidney Powell says that all the bullshit, hold on.
Bring Sidney Powell into it.
Sidney Powell.
To do with the point we're talking about.
Sidney Powell was literally stop. Sidney Powell was literally one of Trump's post-election lawyers.
She's still for Trump.
Okay, cool. That helps my argument that Sidney Powell is right now saying her defense against Dominion suing the shit out of her is that, look, we were just saying some bullshit. No reasonable person would believe any of this.
I don't think that's what she's saying, man. That's
okay.
You're just. I don't agree.
Do you need me to provide you a source?
Yeah. Let me see that.
Okay, so I'll try to find one.
The other day, is it sooner than like 2 days ago? Because I just watched her do a whole presentation. She said that they cheated massively and they got all the numbers, every single server number that they flipped. Those Dominion servers were set up so they could get in there and tinker with them. What do you think they use them for? Dominion deserves to get served. They need to take every one of those Smartmatic Dominion machines and flush them down the garbage can.
Okay, so
see that on there, but I mean, they got to flush those Dominion machines because they were made by Hugo Chavez to cheat in his election in Venezuela. They've been using those things
hold on. Ex-Trump attorney Sidney Powell. Ex-Trump attorney. Ex-Trump attorney. Ex-Trump. I'm just gonna mute you. Ex-Trump attorney Sidney Powell's weeks-long campaign to invalidate the results of the 2020 election was not based in fact, her lawyers said Monday. No reasonable person would conclude that the statements were truly statements of facts, Powell's attorneys said in a court filing defending her against a $1 billion defamation lawsuit from Dominion Voting Systems.
Am I muted?
No, go ahead. Please explain to me how this is a psyop and it's not real, and actually the Jewish cabal is firing space lasers at the. Go ahead.
I watched video of people pulling fake ballots out at 2 in the morning and stuffing them through those counting machines 2 or 3 times, dude.
Okay.
They have all the records. The military has all the records.
Okay, you're pivoting again.
They said they were going to run a sting. They know all the ballots that are real, and they can spot the fake ones. When they get in there,
bro, you're just going off on some other shit. We were talking about Sidney Powell right now.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't know the intricacies of all that.
I literally read it to you just now.
You read up the headline to me.
I didn't. This is from the article. I sent you this article. We are literally looking at it right now on stream. Like, what the fuck? What do you want? What do you want? Why is it that my standard of evidence, like, or the bar that I have to clear in order to prove my case is so fucking high, but all you have to do is say, I saw a video on YouTube.com. Oh my God! It's absolutely blowing my mind. I can't believe that you people actually exist. It's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Trump won that election.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm sure that literally everyone that says Trump derangement system is fucking stupid. And I know this because you don't have any arguments against
registered illegals. They were doing every fucking kind of cheating they possibly could. There were dead people voting in Pennsylvania. There was enough dead people that voted.
2. There was 2.
Right there, dude. Come on, man. You're the one denying reality.
It's so fucking funny that I would show you this, it would literally read exactly like that, and then you would just be like, ignore it. You would ignore it.
I know is what I saw with my own. What you said you read the Antrim report. What did you think of that?
Which report?
You said you read it. What was it?
The Antrim report?
What did it say? You said you read it.
I don't know.
You told me earlier you read the Antrim, Michigan report on the Dominion.
Oh, no. I misunderstood then. Wait, then I misspoke. I didn't read that Michigan report thing.
Go read that. That report said those machines flipped the votes in that county. There were several places in the United States where they were flipping votes. They were very tricky about it.
Okay.
They go around and find certain districts where they wouldn't notice a certain amount of votes being gone, and they were tapping in there from all kinds of places remotely and flipping fucking votes.
Okay,
That's why there's around DC.
So you have this. Okay, so you figured this out, but Trump's appointed
forensic audit.
Okay,
it's a report. It's
cool.
Out. Read it.
All right, cool. So you figured this out, right? You have this.
That report said they flipped votes.
Okay, cool. So you have this figured out, right? But Trump lost.
I said the Antrim County report flipped votes. That's what I said. I didn't say I have it all figured out. I said the Antrim County report that I read that you didn't. The report said that machine flipped the fucking votes.
Okay, all right.
What? So what? You're laughing. What else? What else did they
Wait. Hold on. You are saying.
And you're telling me there's no fraud? There's fraud right there. You just said there wasn't.
Wait. No, stop. I never said that. I never said that there was no fraud. I said that there was no fraud on a scale big enough to actually swing a federal election. That this has never been demonstrated. And you claiming that stop. I let you ramble for a while. Listen, you have this figured out, but the Trump appointed Supreme Court lawyers couldn't figure it out. They saw all the evidence and decided, no, that this is bullshit, and they dismissed it out of hand, or they just straight out lost like 63 times, and he didn't win a single lawsuit in time to win the election. I don't care. It's over. It's over.
In Arizona and one, I think, in Georgia, there's a forensic count.
Okay. Fine. It's fine. I don't care if there's more lawsuits going on. It's over. You lost.
It's not. Just because
you lost. It's over. Cry harder.
Doesn't mean that we got to give you the money. Oh, we're such good robbers that we got around the corner. Better luck next time. No, we fucking caught you. We're gonna put your ass in jail.
No, you didn't. You didn't catch anybody doing anything. Hold on. This is the problem with your analogy. Hang on. This is the wait. This is the problem with your analogy, dude. Okay, you're saying it's a bank robbery, right? Okay, bank robbery. Okay, so the problem with your analogy here is that, let's say you and I go rob a bank, and then we are taken to court because somebody said, listen, I think those two dudes robbed a bank, and then we sit in front of a judge 63 times, and they say that you didn't rob the bank. Do you think that we can be prosecuted over and over again for the rest of our fucking lives?
Have they ever had any of the cases that actually gave any actual evidence that was actually taken into consideration? No. They were all dismissed on technicalities, and there's still court cases going right now.
I guess. Hey,
do some research.
Hold on.
There's still cases that are active right now.
Okay, so
audits that are just now getting started because they've been playing so many games, trying to destroy ballots, trying to play hide and seek, and trying to put up every roadblock they can so we can't get the truth. Let them get in there and count those real ballots.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that these Trump lawyers, all these lawyers that we're gonna say that we're gonna overturn or not overturn, I guess in your view, they were gonna give it to Trump and they were gonna show that Biden fucked it all up and that he was a liar and all this other shit and that he didn't actually win the election. Are you telling me that this team of lawyers is so fucking stupid that they wouldn't put their best foot forward, that they would put forward all of these bad cases that would get dismissed on technicalities 63 fucking times? Like, either they're Trump. Okay, listen.
That's why the military is taking over, because it's
Okay.
a captured operation.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Either
It's an operation. That's
Trump
why you
is
can't
such a
discuss it
fucking
in
wait.
court.
Either Trump and his lawyers are such fucking morons that they couldn't figure out how to litigate a slam dunk election fraud case that would change the course of United States history, something that has never been demonstrated before ever in the history of this country. It would change everything. So, like, he either had the lawyers to figure this out or he didn't. And either he's stupid as fuck or it's a lie. There is no in between.
It's a captured operation, dude. You're not going to get justice, obviously. Look what happened at the Capitol. They fucking fake an insurrection to push through the phony vote. It's a captured operation. We're not going to win in that realm. The military take an oath. Listen to me, man. The military take an oath to the Constitution, not to the president, not to the Congress, not to anybody's hurt feelings, not to MSNBC. They
Good.
take an oath to the Constitution. They
Good.
know who won the election. That's why they're recognizing Trump.
They aren't recognizing Trump. And you have stop. You have no evidence to back up this claim.
Has the White House been in use?
Yes.
Has the White House been in use? No, it hasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it
The
is.
White House has been closed since the inauguration. Biden is operating out of a movie set of the White House. Dude, man, the White House has been closed.
Oh my God, can you Occam's razor one thing?
Oh, listen,
Like,
listen,
is it possible for you to use the Socratic method at least one time in your life? Like, what is, wait, hold on. Why is it, how is it more, like, how does it make more sense that Biden has built a fucking movie studio of the White House in order to pretend to be the president while Trump is still in the White House? Get the fuck out of here, dude. That doesn't make any sense.
There's two replicas of the White House in Georgia, and there's one in California.
Cool. So I assume that this is full scale and it's got all the shit in it and whatever. And he doesn't ride around in with Secret Service and all that shit. That doesn't happen. Listen, you don't have any evidence to back up any of your claims.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I just pull it out of my ass and hand it to you right now.
Yes.
When we're
Yes.
seated on-
Yes.
No,
You
I
should
can't.
hold on.
You
Yes. No, wait. You should be able to synthesize the information in your brain into an argument. You are just making assertions. You have not made.
The White House has been closed. There's people who have.
Do
been
you know
watching
the stop?
weeks.
Stop. Do you
There's
know the
people
difference?
who've been videoing the White House for weeks. It's
Do you
empty.
know-
They're not using it now.
Yeah. Do you know the
White House
difference?
is not owned by the U.S. Incorporated, Chris.
Do
That
you
is
know
one
the
thing I'm
difference?
talking about.
Do you know the difference between an argument?
Incorporated is now a defunct. You remember when we talked about the Act of 1871 and how this all plays into it? You know anything about that? No, this is part of what's going on right now and why the White House is empty and why there's a fucking fence around D.C. It's not because the MAGA that were supposedly got in there, which didn't get in there and riot. Maybe a few got in there, but they didn't riot. But listen, man, the White House isn't owned by the United States Incorporated. D.C. is a district. It's not part of the country. It's a separate.
Okay, wait. We're so far away, and like you just keep running away like with all this other bullshit. It doesn't make any. No. Listen, you were making claims, and you haven't backed up a single one. Okay, all right. So here's the deal. I think Biden is actually the second coming of Jesus Christ, and that if you go to the basement of the obelisk that is in Washington, D.C., the Washington Monument, if you go into the basement there's 3 numbers. It is 102. Now, hang on. There's 102 at the basement of the Washington Monument. Now, 10 is the 10th letter of the alphabet is J, and the second letter of the alphabet is B. So 102 means JB, which stands for Joe Biden. So Joe Biden is actually the second coming of Christ, and he's going to save us from the satanic pedophile ring that Trump is like putting together and trying to enslave us by the lizard people and all that shit. So like
what you're talking about. When you get into this realm, you're talking about your ass, dude. You don't
that's those are my beliefs. I need you.
With it?
No, I need you to.
You don't know what you're talking about,
dude.
When you say the lizard people and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You just repeat a bunch of bullshit you heard.
No, it's true. It's true. Can you? No, there is a 102. There is a 102 in the basement of.
Okay, well, that's fine. I don't know about that, but you want to hear the history of what the
Isn't it?
is?
But so wait, that's true though. So Trump is the bad guy. No, so Trump is bad. So Trump is bad, and Biden is our Lord and Savior, the second reincarnation of Christ himself. And I have proven it to you because there is a 102 printed in the basement of the Washington Monument. What do you have to say to that? Why would, I mean, or something, I don't know.
Just being absurd here, just to be, just to kind of throw me off.
I have given, I have given exactly as much evidence. I have given,
oh, there's lizard people. You're accusing me of being crazy because I believe all this shit. No, there's a truth to it, and I can tell you if you'd shut up for a second.
I have given you my truth, right? That is the truth, and I have.
Your truth is fine. Your truth is fine, but you want to know what they think?
I have given exactly as much evidence for my claims as you have about yours.
Do you know anything about why they have an obelisk there?
Because Biden is the second coming of Christ, and there's a 102 printed in the basement.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. You just proved that you don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
You have proven that you don't know what you're talking about. You need to Google it. Google the 102 in the basement.
Why there is an obelisk in D.C.?
DuckDuckGo. I need you to DuckDuckGo the 102 in the basement of the Washington Monument.
It's the legend of Osiris, dude. These people go back, the elite families who own trillions and trillions of dollars and done a lot of that shit. They trace their origins back centuries, if not thousands of years. They take it serious. And just because you're giggling hyena ass doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay. I have given exactly as much evidence to back up my claims that you have.
You don't think there's bloodline families that own a lot of shit and do a lot of stuff?
No, probably.
Well, what do you mean probably?
I mean, probably. Yeah. Probably.
Okay, then what are you making fun of it for?
That doesn't mean anything. Yes, there is generational. Wait, hold on. There is generational wealth. Generational wealth exists. Sure.
It's their belief system, though. It's their belief system that's carried forth throughout the centuries, and they've kept it. And the shit that you're talking about, that you're mocking, they actually do, and they get away with it because they don't take it seriously.
They actually do.
Look at it objectively.
Yeah, I am looking at it objectively, and there is a 102 printed in the basement of the obelisk of D.C.
There to begin with.
Because Joe Biden is coming to rescue us all.
Okay.
From this.
You're just being goofy now. Hey,
okay, I can levy the exact same criticism back at you. Like, the fact that you realize what I'm saying sounds fucking crazy it really should like open your eyes.
It's not part of what I was trying to tell you, man. The obelisk is there for a reason. It's in Rome for a reason, and it's there in Rome for a reason.
It's to direct Xenu back to planet Earth in order to enslave all of us to the lizard people.
Legend of Osiris. Did you remember that picture of Podesta I showed you? He's holding up his hand, one has 14 and one has a fish.
I have a picture.
Osiris. That is the legend of Osiris, dude. The 14, the brother of Osiris, Set, killed his brother Osiris, cut him up into 14 pieces. His mother Isis found 13 of them. She went around the world and found 13 of the pieces of his body, put his body back together. There's one missing that got eaten by a fish. The obelisk represents the part of the body that's eaten by a fish, that Isis had sex with the dead body of her son, and the bloodline that came from that, and these guys' twisted perspective, is their fucking bloodline. It also goes back to what they call the Nephilim, who were either extraterrestrials or gods who fell to earth. They were giants. They had sex with human beings, and they started a race of people that these people consider themselves to be descendants of. Now, whether you believe it or not, they believe it. And the obelisk and the way DC set up, the way London's set up, the Vatican is set up, all has to do with that legend and the magical power that they derive by the way they set that thing up, by where it's placed. That's what they do. They do these magic ancient rituals that they carried over from the years and years that are blood rituals, and they do it. And you can laugh and giggle like a hyena all you want, but it's the truth. And the people who are under them are scared to death of them because they are freaking, they believe in their twisted logic that their God, like you just said, is the true God, and our God is the real evil one. So they turn the whole thing. And even in the book of Revelation, they believe that they're talking about how they're the good guy and we're the bad guy. So take it however you want it, but these places have meaning. They're set in certain places for a reason. There's tons of symbolism. If you go in the Capitol and look at the dome, there's the sun at the very top. There's sun worshipers. Lucifer, the sun, the fallen angel, that's what they believe.
Nice meme. I appreciate the sermon. I'm not particularly religious. Huh?
It's fact. Why do you think they have those there? Just for fun?
Yeah, probably.
No,
I don't really know.
It has meaning. It's the legend of Osiris, Podesta, 14 fish.
That's awesome, man. I'm not particularly religious, so
It doesn't have anything to do with being religious.
It is 1,000,000% religious. If literally God and demons and spirit battles are at the center of it, it's literally religious. Okay.
City. It's a holy city there.
Okay.
Washington, D.C. is a holy city to them. It's a shrine set up to their god, Lucifer.
You are correct. It is a holy city to me who recognizes Biden as the second coming of Jesus.
That you added that. You added that out of your goofiness. But maybe that's true. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that those cities, the trilateral, London, Washington, Rome. In 1871, Congress was drowned in war debt by the Civil War, and they gave control in exchange for paying off our war debt to this company out of London. Since then, they have gotten more and more control. They established the federal banking system.
Oh my God, dude!
Dude, this is it. This is what we are dealing with. The reason the White House isn't owned by this incorporated. The Capitol is owned by the incorporated. It's got a fence around it because right now it's occupied enemy territory. They're going by the law of war manual. The Q thing was talking about the law of war manual, not specific dates. 11.3, 11.4, not dates. They were chapters in the military law of war manual. Look it up. Look up chapters 3, 11.3, 11.4, and read through some of those things. That's what's going on right now because they know that Trump got the election stolen from him.
Sweet. This is exhausting, dude.
What you want, it is exhausting to learn something, dude.
No, you are not. You have not said anything. You have said, okay. You have as much proof of these claims. You have as much proof of these claims as I do that Biden is the second. Oh my God. You have as much proof of these claims as I do about Joe Biden being the second coming of Jesus Christ to save us from the lizard people that are directed here from from Xenu.
Really good. You're being silly right now because you're just saying shit.
Dog, do you not realize?
People, I told you what they believe. They believe they are descendants of an ancient race that is.
I don't listen. Okay, hold on. I love that. I love that point. You said that this is what they believe. I don't give a fuck what people believe. I don't care. I could give a fuck about your feelings. I worry about what's true, what is empirically observable. And
that's what's true, and the observable.
No.
There's
There is no spirit world. There are no demons. There are no lizard people. There's nothing like that. None of this is true.
Right now. Are you denying that?
Denying what?
Is there a fence around Washington?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think it's there?
Because we had a whole ass insurrection.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, so you just okay. All right, wait, hold on. No, we can stop right there. Wait, we can just stop. Stop. We can wait. We can stop right there. We can literally stop right there. Our fundamental disagreement with that point is whether or not the January 6th event happened. You are literally just denying reality at the fundamental.
Denying reality.
You're okay.
I think you're the one denying reality. And
okay,
we're going to find out soon that you were, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Hopefully.
That's awesome.
I really don't think what you have to say then.
Okay. No one denies that happened. I did not realize that there was literally people that didn't think it happened. But listen, it's been fun. There is no possible way to engage with somebody who doesn't operate in the same realm of reality as everyone else. You have ascended to a different plane of existence.
Is that so hard to think?